Show us those numbers. This audience is ready to vote, but which one of these players will win?
And who is the Super 70 star standing behind this question mark?
We're going to find out on the only show where all you need to win is your opinion.
Majority Rules.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mark Summers.
And I'm Marthel Neville. It is Super 70s week here on Majority Rules. And these four people are here today because they've proven that they have strong opinions and the ability to express them.
However, only two of them will earn enough money to get to the speaker's face-off circle, and then our audience will decide which player will have a chance to write a check for almost $20,000.
Yes.
Did I say speaker's face-off circle or speaker's... What did I say?
I'm not sure, but it sounded okay. They got the point. All right, here in round one, we're going to ask our players to predict the opinions of other people. Our four players each has $500, and every correct answer is worth $100. But you know what? You have to be careful, because if you are wrong, you'll lose $100, which means on the challenge, money could be flying all over this stage.
Get ready, because Lachelle wants to win another $20,000. And Linda, Rosanna, and Ron want to stop her. Here's the first question. Our viewers in New Orleans were asked, which song seems to better serve as an anthem of the 70s music? Did the majority say the Bee Gees' Staying Alive or Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven? First in this time is Linda.
Staying Alive, definitely.
Staying Alive. Okay, and Susanna, you think it's...
Stairway to Heaven.
Stairway to Heaven. Okay, so Linda says Staying Alive. Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven for Rosanna. 54% said Stairway to Heaven. Linda, $100 goes back over to Rosanna.
All right, Rosanna, I see you were off to a good start. And who was the funnier 70s sitcom pair? Did our majority say Laverne and Shirley or Sanford and Son? Lachelle, your first.
Sanford and Son.
Oh, Ron, you're going to challenge.
Laverne and Shirley.
Okay, well, 54% said Shimlazo. Those shots, Jury Girls.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Michelle, you owe Ron $100.
How many of you just want to hear Arthel say...
Schlemazo. Shots and Beverage Incorporated, or whatever.
Okay, I don't believe it. Anyway, let's move ahead quickly. In the 70s, Barbra Streisand sang two tunes that won the Academy Award. Which song better describes Barbara's current film career? Did the majority say The Way We Were or Evergreen? Yes, Ron.
The Way We Were.
The Way We Were, and Lyndon's next in with?
Evergreen.
Evergreen. I would have said Evergreen. Absolutely no question. 72% said The Way We Were. $100 for Linda. Going over to Ron.
Alrighty. Ron is in the lead currently. Okay, Psychology Today asked, what do you think about wedding ceremonies held in hot air balloons or underwater? Did more people say they're silly or romantic? Linda?
Silly.
They're just silly. And Rosanna?
Romantic.
Romantic. Alrighty, well, it's close, but 53% said they're more romantic than tacky. So Linda, hand over $100 to Rosanna.
Take a look at these scores. Up in the top row, there's a tie for first, $700 apiece. Lachelle, $400. You're in second place, and Linda, only $200. But you know what? That could change rather drastically, because anyone can win in our next round. Some questions are going to be worth $200, and our players make up answers on the spot for the audience to judge.
That's right. That's right. And what's more is we're going to get two of these four players closer to the speaker's face-off and a chance at almost $20,000. Majority Rules continues after this.
Welcome back to Majority Rules. Now that we've seen our four contestants discuss the opinions of others, we're going to find out a little bit about them. Now, Lachelle, we always say on the show, you have a chance to win almost $20,000. Yesterday, you walked away with $20,718.09. Pretty good, huh? Look at that. What would one be doing with that money when they leave this show in a day or two, if indeed you are lucky enough to make it back over there?
I'm definitely going on vacation and getting a new wardrobe first. Then
Yeah,
I'll think about the rest later.
Okay, very good. Congratulations. And Ron up here is a new dad. How old is the baby?
3 weeks old.
Very nice. And you have another child as well, right?
11 months.
Ooh, that's...
Oh, my goodness.
Very close.
Your wife is very tired.
Exactly.
Yes.
Living dangerously.
Yeah, what the hell?
My goodness, I'm tired thinking about that. Okay, Rosanna, you're a preschool teacher and you love to shop. What's the last thing you bought?
Pair of pants. These.
Oh, well, okay. How much were they? Never mind, just kidding. Thanks, Rosanna. Okay, and Linda down here. Linda does some carpentry and she plays the drums. I'm just fascinated by both. Which one do you want to tell me about?
Well, I guess I'm better at playing the drums than I am at carpentry, so I'll talk about that one.
So you got rhythm?
Yeah, actually, there's 3 other family members in my family who play the drums as well, and I didn't find this out until I started playing, so I guess it's genetic.
Well, good for you and good luck to all of you. All righty.
Thanks, Arthel. This time we're going to have the audience decide the best answer to a question, and when you jump in, you can choose one of our answers, or you can take a chance, come up with something better on your own. But remember, if no one comes up with a challenge, you automatically win $200. Now that's $100 from us, and you get an opportunity to take $100 from the player of your choice.
I love that part,
Yeah,
too.
that's
All right.
fun.
Well, the 2 players with the highest scores will join me in the speaker circle and face off for that very big check. And Lachelle, you are our returning champion position, so you get to choose the first category for the first question. Would you like boogie or do-gooders?
Boogie.
Boogie it down, baby. All righty. In the boogie-crazed 70s, what's the one band that got you to put on the polyester and strut on the disco floor? Kool and the Gang, the Commodores, or another funky group? Linda, you're first in.
The Bee Gees.
You're going with the Bee Gees. And Rosanna?
Kool and the Gang.
Kool and the Gang. Okay, we're going to find out if the audience wants to vote for Linda's Bee Gees or Rosanna's answer of Kool and the Gang. Please vote right now. Really close. 52% of you thought that it would be Kool and the Gang. So Rosanna, as a matter of fact, yes, go ahead, Linda, give Rosanna her money. And I think I remember that Kool and the Gang had a song about Rosanna.
Rosanna, I think you're right.
Thank you very much.
You remember that. Now, Linda, $100, getting at that dangerous point. Be careful, but don't be afraid to jump in as well. Rosanna, you are in charge. Is it do-gooders or aphrodisiac?
Do-gooders.
Do-gooders. Is that because you prefer do-gooders and it's too tough to say aphrodisiac?
Exactly.
Because it was hard for me, I got to tell you. And a nice-off, which sticky sweet collection of do-gooders would win the 1970s Nicest Family Award? Would it be the Waltons, the Bradys, or somebody else? Yes, Rosanna.
The Bradys.
The Bradys. And jumping in is Ron and...
The Waltons.
The Waltons. Okay, audience, is it the Bradys with Rosanna? Is it the Waltons with Ron? Nobody decided on somebody else. Vote right now. I can't wait to find out. Which do you prefer?
The Brady Bunch.
The Brady Bunch, all right. 65% did say it is the Waltons. Unbelievable. Look at that. The Waltons. $100 from Rosanna goes over to Ron. Congratulations.
All righty, Ron. Oh, you're in the lead with $800, and I think this is going to be...
The grand
That's
question,
right.
right? That's what it means. That sound means time for one more question. It's worth $1,000. Take a look at the scores. Ron in the lead, $800, $700 for Rosanna. Lachelle, as I remember, the last game you had $400. You were in that same position. Didn't seem to worry you, though, at all. And with $100, Linda. Okay, players, your job is to predict which answer will get the most votes from this Majority Rules studio audience. Audience, are you ready? Yeah! Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, listen up, because here to read that question for you is our Super 70s guest star, the man whose character JJ put the bang in Dynamite from Good Times, Mr. Jimmy Walker.
Nice to be here.
You know, one thing most people don't know, and I know you're really sort of, humble about this, but you started 2 guys who have, I don't know, whatever happened to them. You've worked a lot, and they wrote for you. David Letterman and Jay Leno. Both
Jay
guys who
Leno,
both
yes,
used to work for
yes.
you, right?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Many years ago, Jay Leno, David Letterman, Byron Allen, all started on my staff, my writing staff, because I'm a big believer, because I do a lot of stand-up, that you must have great jokes, and nobody to write better jokes than comics. And all those guys are comics, and I hired like 12 or 13 guys who are all working and are all big stars now.
And how much did you pay them? Do you remember?
Yes, I do.
much?
I paid them $600 a month.
A month?
Not even a week. Oh my goodness.
$600 a month. And then I also helped them out with their rent occasionally.
Oh, that was good.
Yes.
Nice.
Well, we want you to read this question so we can move this game on and find out who's going to get a chance for $20,000.
Yes, okay, let's find out here. Now, when you think of TV's memorable words, of course you think of me first. Right. But what other expression from the 70s, other than dynamite, my word, do you think is dynamite? We're going to start off first with Fonzie's A. We got Mork, who is now Robin Williams, whatever happened to him. Nanu Nanu. Or Fat Albert, which is still rolling in syndication. Yeah. Hey, hey, hey! Which one do you think is the one?
Audience, vote right now.
And what a fantastic performance. I mean, that's all you want. All right, well, listen, I have to get ready to go to the speaker's circle. These guys are choosing their answers. The audience is voting, and I would like to thank you so much for being here,
Thank
Mr.
you,
Jimmy
guys.
Walker, everyone. Thank you so much.
See you, man. Take care. Okay, players, lock in the answer. You think our majority rules audience has given the most votes, and if you're the only one to pick the big vote getter, you alone will earn that $1,000. But if more than one player is correct, we're going to split that $1,000. What's the one? Is it Fonzie's Hey? Is it Mork's Nanu Nanu? Or Fat Albert's Hey, hey, hey? Audience said 50% of you. It's Fonzie and Hey! So that's the one. Way to go. Who said it? That's what we're going to find out right now. Linda, if you said Fonzie's A, you're going to go from 100 to 1,100. What did you say? Oh, way to go. Congratulations. That's what's so fun about this game. You just jumped from last place to first place. Are you going to stay there? We'll find out right now. Lachelle, did you say Fonzie's A? You did. Congratulations. Take a look at that. $500 magically goes from Linda's pot over there to Lachelle's. And right now, Rosanna, very important. Did you say A? Ooh, you said Nanu Nanu. All right, but you're still in very good shape right now. You're actually, depending on what Ron said, in pretty interesting situation. Ron, did you say A? You did. Congratulations. Ron, Lachelle, you're both heading out over there, and why don't you say hi to Arthel, because you're going to be joining her in this next round. Rosanna, $700 for you. You're going to take that money with you. Linda, $400 for you. And a round of applause for these nice folks for playing our game.
Okay, Lachelle and Ron, in my hand is one more question that will determine which of these two players has a chance to win almost $20,000. And that all-important question is, the daily newspaper would be a perfect publication if we could open it every day and never have to read about what woman.
Oh, I can't wait to find out what you have to say. Do you have an answer at home? You probably do. We're going to find out what their answers are and who the audience decides to go and play that $20,000 right after we do more. Stick with us.
From the most crushing poverty.
Majority Rules with Lachelle and Ron. During the break, we asked our players to think of an answer for this question. The daily newspaper would be a perfect publication if we could open it every day and never have to read about what woman. And Ron, since you have the most money coming into this round, you get to choose to go first or second.
I'll choose to go second.
You're going to let the lady go first. What a gentleman. All right, each of you will have 15 seconds to convince our audience to vote for your answer. Good luck to both of you. Remember, it's not only what you say, it's how you say it. Okay, Lachelle, the daily newspaper would be a perfect publication if we could open it every day and never, ever have to read about what woman. Start now.
Of course, Oprah Winfrey. Every tabloid in the grocery market talks about how much did Oprah lose this week? How much did she binge this week? Will Stepman ever marry her? Who cares? I love you to death, Oprah, but we don't want to read about you every single day. I'd rather watch you on TV.
All right, Lachelle. All righty. And Ron, you now get to answer. The daily newspaper would be a perfect publication if we could open it every day and never have to read about What woman? Start now, Ron.
Princess Diana. Every day you see her name in the newspaper. She's not even from this country. You read that she's going to New York, to Los Angeles. Will she keep the crown? Will she keep her title? You hear about her torrid sexual affairs. She just needs to, you know, stay out of the limelight, I guess.
Alrighty, thank you so much. Okay, audience, right now the power to send one of these players for a chance to win almost $20,000 is in your hand. So do me a favor and please vote right now for the answer you think deserves to win.
Will it be Lachelle and Oprah Winfrey, or is it going to be Ron and Princess Di?
And the results are in. 81% of you said it's Princess Di. Ron, you're our champion.
You know, Lachelle, I got to figure you can't feel too bad because taking the money you won yesterday, added to what you won in the second round, and a $500 little bonus we give you for this round, grand total walking away after 2 days, $21,968.09. Congratulations. Thank you, Lachelle. I'm glad you did.
Very nice, very nice. Oh, man. Okay, and Ron, you won $2,500 and a chance to write yourself a check for even more of our money like Lachelle did. You want to go over the check now?
I sure
Let's
do.
go, Ron.
As they head on over there, we're going to say stay tuned, find out what that dollar amount is as Majority Rules continues right after this.
Duration service and WWL-TV Channel 4.
Champ Ron, who will attempt to write himself a very big check. And it started when we conducted our own Majority Rules poll on this question. Which singer seems to send the most soulful signals? Al Green, Barry White, or James Brown?
Oh, baby. We want you to predict the outcome of the vote by placing those answers on the big check. The percent of votes each answer gets will become the digits of that check, Ron. So, for example, if an answer got 58% of the vote, it could be worth 58 cents. Could be worth $58, could be worth $5,800, depending on where you place it.
So, Ron, if you place these items in perfect order from highest to lowest, you're going to take home that check. Plus, we're going to add a bonus worth $10,000.
All right.
You like that, huh?
Oh, I love it. Votes are locked in the computer data bank. The soulful man, is it Al Green, is it Barry White, or is it James Brown? What do you think is the first position?
Barry White.
Barry White, go put Barry White right over there, if you would, please, in the first position. And then follow up by putting who you think got the highest percentage in second and third. Is it James Brown or is it Al Green? Audience has their opinion. Okay. Join me right over here if you would, Ron.
Okay, Mr. Ron, I want to let you know that one of those answers got 46% of the vote, another got 34%, and the lowest percentage was 20.
So the check that you must write is $4,634.20. That's the highest possible. That's when we give you the $10,000 bonus. But remember, if that is not the amount that that check is written for, it is worth how much?
It's worth nothing,
Yeah,
Ron.
absolutely
Nothing.
zilch. So what we're going to do is take what you won in that last round, $2,500. We will double that and show you a check for about $5,000. Ron, hold on to that check because that check could be yours if you say, you know what, Mark, you know what, Arthel, I don't think that's really the right order. Or you could say, Mark, I'm giving you that $5,000 back. I'm living with that. What are you going to do?
I'm going to take the check.
You take the check?
You're gonna take the
He's going for the $5,000. We're going to give you that check right there, Ron. I think that's a good choice.
Now, okay, Ron, you have your $5,000, but we want to know if he would have written the big check. Don't you want to know?
That's what you're going to say?
Yep.
Show us those numbers. Oh, it's James Brown,
Oh, wow.
Barry White,
Then
Al Green. Look at that. We were all wrong.
All right, Mark. Ron, you have your $5,000 plus the money you won earlier in the show, so your check is worth $6,150. And Ron, we're going to